Today, Venus enters Leo. Venus is the flow of money, and Leo is about spotlight and attention. So right now, the flow of money is going towards luxuries. So people are spending more extravagantly, and they're spending on things that will grab attention and gain validation from others. On the ascendant, at the time that Venus entered Leo, we have Aquarius. Aquarius is about technology, innovation, and unconventional things. And it has a lot to do with cryptocurrencies at this time, because the ruler of Aquarius is in Taurus, the sign of finances. So right now is a time where there are a lot of financial innovations that are taking the spotlight. We see that in the past several weeks, Bitcoin has really been taking the spotlight, especially in this week. From the bottoms in June to August, there was a 40% increase in the price of Bitcoin. Meaning if you had put $1,000 in Bitcoin, you would have $400 more now. If somebody would have put $1 million in Bitcoin, they would have made 400,000 at this price. Venus is entering Leo on the night of a full moon in Aquarius. And what I see with Saturn being on the ascendant is that during this time, we will experience resistance and limitations to the price increasing further. Saturn is acting as a reminder that we are nonetheless still in a bear market phase in the long term. That resistance is taking the form of the 99-day moving average, seen in yellow. And that resistance is 25,000. So right now there is a battle between the bulls and the bears at 25,000, and I see that the bears are likely going to win in the short term, at least in terms of this being a limit level. However, price should continue to increase into the new moon in Virgo in late August, on August 27th. Because new moons seen in black tend to correspond with price peaks. New moons bring a bullish energy towards the markets temporarily. So with Venus entering Leo and Saturn being on the ascendant, we explained how we should expect to see some strong resistance at this 100-day moving average, which tends to play a strong level of support or resistance. In this case, it will be resistance because Saturn is the planet of restrictions, limitations, and boundaries. And we see, that this resistance is at around 25,000. So with that being said, here's why we should expect to see a relief rally into the new moon of Virgo. Right now, we are experiencing a full moon on the same day that Venus is entering Leo. So this resistance should play out around the time of this full moon, where we will see some stagnancy and resistance to the otherwise bullish energy of the market right now. Right now, there is a lot of upwards momentum. So the natural and expected direction of the markets is to expect it to continue increasing. But this full moon is showing that we'll likely today not cross this $25,000 mark. But as we start to transition into the new moon energy, which tends to correspond with price peaks, and the new moon is on August 27th, that's when we can expect to have crossed this $25,000 level, likely reaching $27,000 to $30,000 in Bitcoin and $2,200 in Ethereum. The ascendant of this full moon in Aquarius is in Gemini, indicating a lot of mental overwhelm, at this time, and having this need to get organized because Mercury is in Virgo. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, and Virgo is about organization. It can be about stress and overload, being overworked. Now, we see that the second house, which is about finances, is in Cancer. The ruler of the second house, which is the moon, is in Aquarius, and the moon is full. So this is something that a theme that's being highlighted at this time is Aquarius, which is about innovations and technology and the validity of those things. And the ruler of Aquarius is in Taurus, the sign of finances, indicating that right now, a financially good investment is in financial technologies. And right now we're at a critical turning point, critical level of resistance, which is 25,000 for Bitcoin. And once it crosses that level, that's going to mean great news for all of the altcoins, which will tend to have even higher percentage rates of gains in comparison to Bitcoin. And we see a conjunction with the North Node, which is about destiny and progress, and it's about how to stand out from the crowd, from society. And right now it's all about financial innovation. Furthermore, it's in the 12th house, which is about seeing the potential in these things. And all of this is linked to the second house of this full moon. The second house shows how to make income, and it's about finances. So we also see that Venus is in Leo. It entered Leo. So at this time, people are going to be proud of the things that they can show off to others, and people will be wanting to spend their money on things that will gain them validation and attention, and people will be more extravagant with their wealth as well, and more luxurious, more spendy, and feeling more capable financially than sometimes can be realistic or practical. So the last thing I thought I'd mention is that Venus in Leo is trine to Bitcoin's moon in Aries at 4 degrees. And the moon is about investments. So right now what's looking flashy is people that invested in Bitcoin. But also right now it's also showing that it's a favorable time to invest or to put wealth, because Venus is about the flow of money, wealth, and value in astrology and energetically speaking over the collective.